Good morning, coaches. Welcome to day 5 of your new coach training. I'm so excited about this training, and I hope you're learning a lot. The very first thing I want to say to you is I know you've been given a lot of information the past 4 days. Don't let it overwhelm you. Let it inform you, okay? Let it be something you can always come back to. It's kind of like something that you store in your brain, and then you come back to later when you're like, oh, I think I heard something about that. And you can always come back to this training and relook at it. So don't feel like you have to know everything or memorize everything right now or achieve everything right now. My job is to give you all the tools you need to be the most successful coach in this business. And then you can take it and do with it as you please. My hope for you all is that you would find as much fulfillment in this business as I have and as your coach has, and really take it and run with it and do your best. But that is up to you. So with that being said, don't be overwhelmed. Find joy in the process of really just figuring this out bit by bit with us. So today we're going to be talking about a little bit about social media and also about time management briefly at the end. Now, social media, it's like a whole monster in and of itself, right? There are so many different avenues that you could go down with social media that you could pursue. But what I want to share with you is right after this training, you are going to be added to Team Elevate's Social Media Training 101. So that'll happen about the 3rd week of the month. And so what happens is then I take you through 2 weeks of social media training, and it's so fun. It's not very much pressure at all. It's just every day I give you a posting assignment to post on your personal page. You share it with our group in our social media group. And so you learn ways to share about your business without actually talking about your business, or just how to post on social media in general, how to create a good picture. What does it mean to build up your affinity? All that stuff I'll teach you in the social media training. So that's coming. But today, I want to give you some tips that are going to help you kind of start to move in that direction and feel like you have something to stand on, okay? So social media, this is a lot of what we do. We are all on social media, right? So the very first thing I want to express to you is that you need to remember that you are your brand. You and you alone. So don't go into this business trying to be someone else. Go into this business trying to be you. Okay, that's the most important part. Okay, 90% of your business is going to come from social media, so that's why it's important that we talk about these things. So the very first thing, before we begin, I want each of you to write down 10 things that make you you. Okay, they shouldn't have a whole lot to do with Beachbody, okay, but just things that your friends, like your closest friends, would look at you and say, oh, that's totally Margot, right? So for example, some of mine would be, I'm a girl mom, I'm a Jesus follower, I'm a teacher, I live in Colorado, I love coffee, I love peanut butter, I love to laugh, I'm a depression overcomer, faith is important to me, music, encourager, girl boss, coach, you name it. Those are things that would describe me. So these are things that you need to keep on a list so that you can come back to, things that you can post about that are going to make you relatable to other people. So this way, through those things, you can make yourself show that you are a real person to people and breadcrumb your fitness journey through talking about those things and branding yourself through those things. Okay, so that's the first thing. So the second thing is that I want to encourage you to choose just 1 or 2 social media platforms to focus on. My personal recommendation is to focus on Facebook and Instagram because that's where it's at right now. But there are a lot of other avenues you can choose. Snapchat, Tumblr, YouTube. There's lots of different ways. But what I have found is that Instagram and Facebook are really the ones that are current right now. So I would encourage you to maybe pick 1 or 2 of those and go with it. Pick the 2 or 1 or 2 that you're comfortable with and really make it work for you. Okay. So with social media, how does it work? What do you do? Well, I talked a little bit about this on day 2 of our training in the video, okay? But I want to kind of go through and give you 7 quick tips of how to kind of get started with social media. Okay, so number 1, I talked about this one, add 3 to 5 people to your network daily. One way that you can do this is to make a brain dump of about 100 people. So there's a memory jogger in our file section that you can use, and you can go to your friends' pages. I talked about this too. Go to your friends' pages, go to their friends, and then there's a little spot that says people you may know. Then you can go through there and see people that you might not have realized that you're not connected with on Facebook, but that you might know, and friend request them and get to know them, build conversations with them, build relationships with them. Okay, so add at least 3 to 5 people to your network daily, and you will grow your business. Number 2, go to your friends' pages and like and comment on their posts. Okay, the reason why this is important is because Facebook is really funny. If you the more you like and comment on people's posts, and the more they like and comment on your posts, the more that your posts are going to show up in their newsfeed, and their posts are going to show up in your newsfeed. So Facebook is kind of watching. They're watching to see who you're interacting with, who is following you, who is interacting with you. So that's why this is important every day, to make purposeful time to go through and comment on your friends' posts. Doesn't have to be a lot, just simple comment and like on your friends' stuff. So it's showing Facebook that you have a relationship with those people, so that your posts will show up in their newsfeed. Number 3, this is so important, you guys. Make sure that you post eye-catching pictures of you and your life and your day. I see so many coaches that post poor pictures on social media, okay? Doesn't mean they all have to be perfect and professional looking. No way. We want real. We want relatable, okay? But we want to make sure that your pictures are well lit, that they're bright. And if you want to put a quote on your photo, that's great. But make sure that you're not using a stock photo to do it most of the time. I mean, it's different if it's like a quote that you're a motivational quote, right? That you're posting maybe on like a Monday or something. But if you're posting something onto your picture, make sure it's clear and concise. Some of my favorite apps to use to create social media posts are Rhonna Designs, RHONNA Designs. I love WordSwag. WordSwag, WSWAG. I love to make collages. I use Pick Play Post. That's all one word, PICPLAYPOST. I love A Beautiful Mess is also another one. For filters, another one that I use is, I'm totally blanking on the name and I don't have my phone right here, for filters, I use A Color Story. That's a great one that I really, really like to use. It's a new one that I found. So those are just a couple to get you started, okay? The thing to remember about this is, I'm going to say it again, even though I already said it, don't use stock photos. I've seen so many coaches come in and all they do is post pictures of Autumn Calabrese and the 21-day fix, and that's all they do to share about their journey. No, people want to see you. You're giving your followers a reason to follow you, and they want to join you, not Autumn Calabrese. Okay. Number 4, make sure that you are posting 3 to 5 times a day on social media. So this should be about 80% personal, 20% business related. Okay. I'll be giving you tons of ideas on how to do this in the social media training. So don't panic about that part yet. For now, I want you to focus on just sharing your life with people 3 to 5 times a day. What are you up to? Maybe one of your pictures is about your workout that you did. You're not saying, come join me. You're just showing what you're doing. You're making progress. Maybe it's you went on a hike. You're showing the mountains. Maybe you love your dog. You want to post pictures of your dog, things like that. Okay, share your life with people off of your list that you made of those 10 things that make up you and who you are. Number 5, find the best times to post for you, okay? My personal time that I have found that is best for me is when moms, my demographic, have their kids down for nap times or late in the evening. So most of the time, posting from about 6 to 9 p.m. seems to be kind of the money time. Fridays and Saturdays are not great times to post call to action posts. People are busy, they're doing stuff. Sunday night is a great night to do it. Tuesday, Thursday night, transformation posts, transformation Thursday, throwback Thursday. Great time to do those kind of big posts. But I'll be giving you more information on this and how to do it and showing you specifically how to do it in the social media training. Number 6, make sure that you're talking about coaching, your fitness journey, and your challenge groups throughout the week in indirect ways. So maybe you're giving a shout out to one of your challengers, or I cannot believe I just got this message from a friend of mine who's in an accountability group with me. She's lost 4 pounds this week, and I'm so proud of her. It's just motivating me to keep going on my own journey, or whatever, things that would kind of breadcrumb what you're doing. Or I was really lagging today. Drank my superfood shake and now I'm feeling great. Or, post a fun picture with it. Or you're hiking and you have your Shakeology cup with you or something. You don't even have to say Shakeology. You don't even have to say any of that stuff. You could breadcrumb it in your pictures. So just, think about creative ways to do that. Don't be pushy. Don't stress about it. Just think about the natural ways that you incorporate it into your life and just incorporate it into your pictures, right? Like I said, we're going to be talking a lot about this in the social media training, so don't panic or worry. Okay, last one, number 7. This is probably the most important one. Share your story and be you, okay? Put your blinders on. It's okay, and it's great to follow coaches like Melanie Mitro, Brittany Leggett, Amy Silverman, all those people. It is great to follow coaches like that, but don't try to be them. Share your story, maybe get ideas from them, but be you, because you are your own brand, like we talked about at the very beginning. So I want to encourage you to remember that. So those are just a few of the tips to get you started until we get into the social media training. Just again, remember, you are your own brand. Brand you, share your journey, and you are going to be golden. And engage with people on social media. That is important too. So I just briefly want to talk about time management here, okay? We are all strapped for time. We all struggle with managing our time well, okay? But you can do it. And I'm going to give you 3 tips to manage your time well as you go into this business, okay? And it kind of relates to the social media stuff that we've been talking about. Number 1, schedule your workout and schedule your power hour. If you don't schedule them, they're not going to happen. Think of yourself as your own boss. You have a meeting with yourself to work out, a meeting with yourself to do your power hour and connect with people and work your business every single day. And bosses, good bosses, do not cancel, okay? So think of them like a daily commitment. Make them happen. I literally every week sit down and write out when I am going to do my power hour and when I'm going to do my workout every single day. Because what I have found is that if I don't schedule it, something comes up and something happens. Yes, I've had to get up earlier in the morning to make them happen a lot of times. But you know what? I feel better the rest of the day. So that's number 1 for time management. Schedule your workout and your power hour. Number 2, this is really hard, you guys. Don't scroll, okay? When it's time for you to do your workout or it's time for you to do your power hour, turn off your notifications, stop scrolling Facebook, and be purposeful in your set time for the business. It is so easy to get caught up in, scrolling through, right? And I know there's a purposeful time when you're going through and you're scrolling and you're commenting on people, but y'all know what I'm talking about. There are those days where we could sit down and all of a sudden an hour later, we've just been looking at people's Facebook posts over and over and over again, and it's not yielding any fruit. Now, there's time to do that in your off time, right? But during your power hour and when you're working your business is not a time to do that. So what I do is I set purposeful business hours for myself. I turn off my notifications. I don't check my messages until certain times in the day. I don't scroll on Facebook unless it's, we're sitting down in the evening and my husband and I are sitting down and, we don't have anything else to do and I'm just kind of mindlessly scrolling. But if I've set down time to work on my business, I turn off my notifications and I don't scroll. Okay, number 3, with your time management. I wish I had learned this earlier. Okay, I'm 2 years into the business and I'm just now learning how important this is and taking this seriously. Take time. Number 3 is to take time to purposely unplug. Okay. Don't let yourself get so caught up in the business that you wear yourself down because you're constantly online. And that's so easy to do in a social media world. That's why I'm telling you to be purposeful in your time, to schedule your time, because you don't want to always be working the business. Set those business hours for yourself and stick to them. People will be waiting for you in the morning. You don't have to always respond to people. Take time to personally unplug. Be with your family, do things that rejuvenate you off of social media, and you're going to see that your time management is going to kind of just flow into place. Okay, so those are my big 3 tips for time management. Schedule your workout and your power hour. Think of them like a daily commitment. Don't scroll, turn off those notifications, and be purposeful in your set time for the business, and take time to purposely unplug. So I hope this was helpful. I do have some homework for you today. I want you to, first of all, write down those 10 things that make you you. Tell us, comment below, tell us what they are. And that's your brand. That's helping you create your brand and who you are. By the way, those 10 things, they can change, right? So who you are right now may not be who you are a year from now. So that's why it's important to always go back and look at this list and add things to it and maybe take things off, right? Number 2, second thing of homework I want you to do, I want you to keep track of how many times you posted on social media today and tell us about it. Number 3, and when can you get your power hour done daily this next week? Okay, schedule it out. Let me know when that is. So hope this was helpful for you guys, and I hope you have a great day. So extremely proud of you. Tomorrow will be a day for questions. So as you're thinking of them, write them down, and I'll make a post tomorrow. You can put your questions in there and I'll hop on and answer them. Have a great day, you guys.